notion at the moment is social media has done more harm than good to learners' academic excellence, and I'm the chair of this table of authority. Rules to be followed. Unnecessary movements are prohibited. Noise making is not allowed because it can cause commotion in the house. Let me welcome the first main speaker on the proposition side, Honorable Nasser.
Moderator, I honor this opportunity. Madam in Chair, our timekeeper, the two competing sides, judges, teachers present, and my fellow academic strugglers. My name is Nasa Angel. Here in affirmation of today's motion that states, social media has done more harm than good to the academic excellence of learners, and indeed it has. But before I present my views, allow me to define some of the words in today's motion. Firstly, social media. These are websites and software programs that help in social networking among people. Harm. This is damage or injury caused by a person or an event. To begin with, social media has led to insecurity. Take an example of the person in the examination register of Uganda Christian University. She had a daughter who was supposed to sit her senior for final examinations last year, and her child was so addicted to social media that she would post whatever they do, wherever they do it, and when they are doing it. So it enabled the robbers who robbed them to know where they were and what they were doing. Don't you see that her life was at risk, even her own mother's life? Secondly, social media has led to increase in examination leakage. Take an example. Record has it from the Uganda Courts of Law that most examination malpractice cases are registered between November and December months of the year, because most social network groups are used to spread these papers in the name they are the ones supposed to come. People end up grasping this. Instead of focusing on what may come, they are trying to understand what is there, and they end up failing instead of passing the papers. Thirdly, social media has led to high-level cyber sex cases. Someone may be wondering what cyber sex is. Cyber sex, this is a communication on social media that makes people sexually excited. How does this happen through social media? Once people are meeting and they are using social media, they are not aware of the person they are talking to, so they just communicate to each other. Take an example of an 11-year-old who is dating a 50-year-old. Can you imagine? Don't you see her life, first of all, it's at risk, and her concentration is not in class, is not positive, because she's ever thinking of how much money the guy is going to send him and when he's going to send it. So she's not going to perform well. Social media has also led to fatigue. Most people in the world spend most of their time on phones instead of resting their minds. So by the next time they are supposed to go to school, they are so tired, and instead of paying attention, they are busy dozing or even sleeping. Can you imagine in class, you're sleeping because of what? Social media. Social media lowers esteem. How? Through social media, different things are posted, and some of those things are negative to people, and they affect them very much. Once you are a pupil and you're a TikToker, and it's really not advisable anyway. So when you're a TikToker, you post videos, and maybe people put their comments, and they are only negative and not positive comments. You just see that your esteem is lowered. Even in class, you'll be like, I'll put up my hand, I take a video, and then guess what? It's on TikTok. I'm not going to raise up. So you're keeping that wrong answer to yourself, and when you reach the papers, you're going to write that same wrong answer. Don't you see that social media affects people's concentration? Social media makes people join bad and evil groups. Take an example of Instagram. Through Instagram, many people have joined Illuminati because they just step on something they don't know without even thinking about it. So that people end up joining it, and they tell her to pay something. So in class she's busy thinking, what did I to join that group, what are they going to ask for next? I don't need to be paid the other data I have. Am I going to be able to pass the papers? Instead of paying attention, they are busy thinking about things not helping their academics. You just see that social media is only affecting pupils and it's not aiding their learning in any way. And therefore, social media should be banned. To sum up, social media is very disadvantageous and it should be banned from the whole world so that pupils are able to concentrate and pass their examinations with flying colors. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Chairperson and your entire cabinet, the panel of jury, ladies and gentlemen, I have come here to strongly oppose today's motion. Honorable Chair, first allow me to simplify the key terms in today's motion. Social media, web communities, more means a larger number or amount. Harm means to cause injury. Good, morally right and acceptable. Learners, people who are learning, academic excellence, to get very good grades in your examinations and perform well. Honorable Chair, now that the keywords have been simplified, allow me to go straight to my views as I present the silver linings of social media. Easy access to learning materials. Learners can easily get important information from social media rather than from their teachers during their personal revision. School activities are always timetabled and individuals also have their personal timetables which don't place their teachers. Now, how can a learner consult a teacher when that learner is at home? Without social media, how can a learner really do that? My second view is about social media platforms enabling learners to carry out research. Teachers always give their learners tasks, assignments, or homework. But some learners come from homes with illiterate people. How can that learner get help without social media? How will that learner succeed in examinations? Where is the metaphysics of the proposals? How can that learner really succeed? My third view is about social media platforms promoting online discussions and group chats. Both learners and teachers have group chats on which they share up-to-date information. This enables them to perform better in their examinations. There is no way you can work alone and you can excel in examination. No man is an island, ladies and gentlemen. My fourth view is about social media platforms offering opportunities to learners beyond the classroom. Learners are able to acquire information from different parts of the world within a blink of an eye due to social media. For example, a learner who uses social media is able to know that as per now in Uganda, there are over 45.9 million people. But how can a learner who does not use social media know that? Because that data was given by the Uganda National Bureau of Statistics as per May 2024 population census on the social media. Ladies and gentlemen, my last view is about social media platforms enabling learners to improve on their communication skills. Birds of a feather flock together. As a result of oriented teachers and students, they can easily communicate and share information with each other using social media. Can one excel without sharing information? You will keep your own answer. Yet, that person needs to, social media enables that person to share the ideas with the other people. As per now, very many of you here have group chats on which you share up-to-date information with your teachers. This will enable you to perform better in your examination, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chair, I have eloquently spoken like John the Baptist about the relevance of social media vis-a-vis academic excellence.
All protocol observed. My name is Naggalama Santa, and I've come here to propose the motion that states social media has done more harm than good to the learners' academic excellence in schools. To begin with, allow me to disagree with what the previous speaker said. Social media, how can people in a family, you said in a family they are illiterate people. How can illiterate people use technology? And social media makes technology so that you can use it well, so that you can put it in purpose. Social media has also led to increased modesty in
Honorable Chairperson, you didn't get me here. My name is Honorable Recurrent Speaker.
you didn't get me clearly. I clearly stated that those learners who come from backgrounds with illiterate people, how can they ask them for help? It's obvious that social media is the one that is needed. So please, if you didn't get me clearly, you may inquire from your neighbor. Thanks.
Social media has led to increase the modest behavior. To give an example of a child who watches someone who is fully naked, imagine fully naked on the internet. That child will try to practice whatever he or she has watched, which will lead to poor performance, because most of that child's mind will be concentrated on what he or she watched and how she's going to perform all those bad things she saw. Social media has also caused terrible addiction. Give an example of a child who uses TikTok daily. Once he or she joins a school which allows gadgets, that child will use all the time given to her to revise her books, to watch TikTok videos, which will lead to poor performance in the long run. Social media has led to cyber theft. The word cyber means connected with electronic communication networks, especially the internet. Cybercrime. The crime committed using the internet, for example, stealing somebody's personal or bank details. When I was going to school, 2026, someone robbed my mom's bank account using social media because that person had learned all about social media. And by the time my mom put her pin that she could send money to my school using my parents' school accounts, all the money was stolen. And I tell you, up to now, I've not yet paid school fees. The head teacher just had mercy on me because they had just stolen the money. Social media exposes students to wrong information. Did you know that most of the information given on social media is wrong? Giving an example of YouTube. Once I sat during my holiday work, what soil erosion was. Soil erosion was the removal of topsoil. As I'm concluding, Madam Moderator. Soil erosion was the running of topsoil. But in reference to the books written by the scientists, soil erosion is the removal of topsoil by its agents. And if pupils follow the answers given by social media, they will always fail because the answers given by social media are outdated. For those views given, I request the opposers to come and join in proposing the motion that states social media has done more harm than good to the academic excellence of learners in schools.
Thank you, Honorable Santa. Let me welcome Honorable Namagunga.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. The panel of jury, the August House, and the two competing sides. My name is Naggalama and I'm here in affirmation of the motion that states social media has done more harm than good to the academic excellence of pupils in schools. To begin with, social media has caused health problems. That is to say, most scientists and health workers have proved this, that the light that is produced by gadgets strains the nerves in the mind and which weakens your memory. By the time you come back to school, you find it difficult for you to memorize most concepts that teachers have taught, which will lead to your poor performance in class. Social media has led to increased examination leakage. Members seated in this August House, do you know that during the months of October and December, many teachers were arrested due to the examination malpractice through WhatsApp? Schools lack teachers to teach children, hence affecting learners' academic performance in schools. Social media has led to child pregnancies. In reference to the New Vision newspaper of 10th October 2025, most pregnancies have been caused by social media, and these people's performance has been affected greatly. Because as the teacher is teaching, they are thinking of a way to hide their stomachs, which has led to very, very poor performance. I remain Naggalama Center, strongly proposing the motion that states social media has done more harm than good to the academic excellence of pupils in schools. Madam Honorable, I rest my case.
Thank you, Honorable Maria. Let me welcome Honorable Haley. And your associates, the desk of guidance, the two sides of today's challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, I have come here to oppose the motion that states social media has done more harm than good to learners' academic excellence in schools. Honorable Chair, my first view is that I'm going to oppose the motion with the view creativity. Social media has enabled pupils to go to different websites and search for how to make projects, presentations, and slideshows. This enables pupils to realize their talents and enable them to enhance it, to promote them. Flexibility in learning programs. Through social media, learners access opportunities to learn at any time and anywhere. This was realized during the COVID-19 lockdown. Pupils were able to come to school because of the COVID-19 disease, and they were able to learn from home, and they got the basic education from home. And now this is the education that they use in their present classes. Opportunities to watch the same thing again and again. A teacher may teach our concept once, but a weak learner may go to and download a video to watch it again and again so that they may master it in their heads easily. On-spot problem solving. While revising books, pupils are not able to go. When a teacher is at a far distance, some pupils may go to the computer lab and search for information which they need. I have talked like a...
Thank you, Madam Honorable. I would like to inquire of the pre-current speaker how talents help in the academic excellence of pupils in schools.
Point of the best girl, point of the best graduate. Very honorable moderator, I would like to inform the pre-current speaker that there are talents like if like me, I know that I am very good at mathematics, and that has helped me to improve on other subjects, and I have helped other learners. Those who do not know mathematics, they come to me and I help them.
I have talked like a high court judge explaining the importance of social media to learners. I have talked about social media promoting creativity. Social media's flexibility in learning. Social media's opportunity to watch the same film again and again, and on spot problem solving. Thank you, Chairperson, for giving me this. Thank you, Honorable Haley. Thank you, Honorable Patronage.
Thank you, Madam Chair. All protocol observed. Thank you, Madam Chair. All protocol observed. My name is Namagunga here to propose the motion that states social media has done more harm than good to the academic excellence of learners in schools. Madam Moderator, allow me start by disagreeing with what the current speaker has said.
Honorable Chairperson, I would like to correct the current speaker that the word is pronounced excellence, not excellence. Thank you.
Madam Moderator, I request your permission to defend myself. Thank you, Madam Moderator. Excuse me, current speaker and the House at large. Pronunciation depends on the person who taught you English, and my English teacher is a Karimojo. So this is why I pronounce my words the way I pronounce them. I cannot pronounce them like you were taught by a person. The YouTube that you're talking about either gives outdated information or information that is more than their level, which confuses them and makes them perform badly in examinations. Social media spreads wrong information. It was in 2021 when social media was spreading that the person who acted in Harry Potter had died, and children were going for an examination, and they kept on complaining that their most loved actor who acted in Harry Potter had died. Instead of concentrating on revising for their examinations, they were complaining on that, and that made them to perform badly. Yet the actor was still alive and kicking. Social media has led to unrealistic goals. If I have a role model on the internet and I want to be like them, and everything they do is expensive, they have money.
Chairperson, I would like to inform the recurring speaker to throw more light on her points.
I am still explaining it, and therefore I'll throw more light when I finish giving my point. Social media has led to unrealistic goals. If I have my role model as a TikTok influencer, and that TikTok influencer is very rich and does expensive things, I'll pressurize my parents because I want to be at their standards. In the end, school fees is not there. I'm pressurized by the bursars, go to the headmistress's office every time because they did not pay school fees. Why? I was trying to copy something from their social media. You see how social media is doing us only bad in this country? It is. Social media has led to academic neglect. Since most things that teachers give these days are now connected to social media, Madam Moderator, let me inform you that we are focusing more on these practicals instead of hitting on some of the parts of the topics that are going to help us in pass our examination. And if we do not get this work that the teachers, that the Ministry of Education has set in the topics.
Chairperson, I would like to inform the recurring speaker that the reason why most of our teachers use social media to teach us, it is because if you're seeing what you're explaining, what the teacher is explaining, you can easily understand it. Like, let me say you're seeing how a tsunami is caused, you can easily understand everything that the teacher is explaining, other than the teacher wasting too much time on that topic.
Madam Moderator, allow me to conclude by saying, as they say, things are seldom what they seem. Skim milk hides the script. So, opposers, don't stand here to lie this august house that social media has done any good to this country. It has done totally bad. And I know I have convinced all the opposers to join me in proposing this motion that states, social media has done more harm than good to the academic excellence of learners in schools. I don't want to arrest my guest, but rest my case.
Thank you, Honorable. Let's go to Honorable Theresa.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. The Chairperson and Honorable team, the panel of jury, and the two intellectual sides of today's debate. I have stood before you all to strongly oppose the motion that states social media has done more harm than good to learners' academic excellence in schools. But before I begin airing my views, I would like to inform the pre-current, to correct the pre-current statement that the people from Britain are not called Britain, they are called British origin. Honorable Chairperson, allow me to air my
point of clarification through Madam Moderator. Thank you, Madam Moderator. Through Madam Moderator, I would like to ask the pre-current speaker to clarify. Did I say Britain? Did I say Britain? What did I say that wasn't correct?
say Britain, and then Britain are called social media raises learners' interest in learning. Honorable Chairperson, a conducive environment and good methods of teaching are what a learner needs for academic excellence. There is no way a learner can fail to pay attention in most cases when using social media to learn in schools. Honorable Chairperson, social media is future oriented.
Madam Moderator, I would like to inform that the current speaker and the August House that social media hasn't made learners interested in learning. It has actually made them forward and it has made them
Some learners. not all learners.
All learners and some learners are not interested in learning because of social media.
Social media is future-oriented. In most cases, the world tilts towards those who know how to use computers. And those learners benefit a lot, both now and in the future. How have the proposals heard of applicants who have missed out on job opportunities because they are computer illiterate? So, learners who are computer literate can easily get jobs in the future. In addition to that, social media provides learners In addition to that, social media also provides learners with personalized learning. Learners who are introverts have benefited a lot from social media in such a way that since some of them do not really present themselves in the presence of others, they use personal learning from social media, which enables them to excel academically in schools.